Hello everybody and welcome back to Last Epoch. We are continuing to work through doing monoliths and all that cool stuff. I have made my way through the Fall of the Outcast, the Stolen Lance, and the Black Sun since we left off yesterday. Currently in the middle of Blood, Frost, and Death. So you can see over, well, I'm in the way. I'm not going to move myself because the camera, I'm going to have to move it back again when I'm done. But basically we have 5 timelines unlocked out of 10. None of the empowered timelines. We have 3 out of 20 completions and 3 out of 20 completions and 40 echoes done so far. So I'm going to head over here, continuing to just try to collect gear and level up our character and just go through that whole grind and just continue to put out videos as we go. So I think what I'm going to do is, I don't really know what, I don't know what I'm going to do for this part. I'm also going to try to cycle through a couple of different versions of the way I do recordings. I have a thing on my recording software that basically pauses the recording when I stop talking, but I don't know how effective that will be in this particular game because a lot of the action ends up getting missed when I do that. So I'll kind of waffle back and forth between those two options and see which one performs better. And I have a feeling that just doing straight recordings all the way through are probably going to be better, but I'm done with video editing again. I don't want to do it anymore, so I'm not doing that. Let's go ahead and hop into here. Let me stop talking and make sure that I actually turned off that thing. Okay, yeah, it's not going back and doing that, so, all right. Oh, we're doing an arena. I wasn't paying attention to which one we were doing. Cool. So we just got to fight our way through all the mobs here and get this done. Hopefully I don't die. I have a feeling that I'm pretty low on hit points right now. I didn't really focus too much on health. I was really focused on damage, which, you know, is making me a bit of a glass cannon. So as we continue to, you know, gather more and more gear, I'm going to try to start finding things that have health on it. Because I kind of maxed out the gear that I had based off of, God, the lag. Based off of what? What I had at the time when I needed to kill Majasa, because I didn't have the DPS and the dodge and all that stuff to be able to take her down, so I had to do something to just kind of get through that. But unfortunately, that means that the gear I have now is just not really good for. Sorry, not really good for survival because I didn't put a lot of health in. And unfortunately, because of all this stuff, I don't really have any forging potential left on most of my stuff. Like, I guess this one kind of does, but I just. All right, I mean, I guess, yeah. Let me think about this for a second. I think I'm really good on void resistance compared to everything else because. Hold on, let me put it back on. So, yeah, I'm over capped on void resistance. So if I could pull the void resistance off of this, and if I could actually get back to this, if I could get the void resistance off of here, or even just kind of seal it. Do I have any runes of sealing? Or no, it's one of these, right? Yeah, if I could glyph a despair this, then I could put some health on here. The problem is at tier 4, doing the Glyph of Despair is almost not going to happen. It's almost not going to happen. Tier 3 might, because I was just watching Rax's crafting guide, and he was saying that once you get past tier 3, just don't waste your despairs on that because it's just not going to happen. So theoretically, I could try to see if we can get the dexterity to seal. Oh wait, but no, health's going to be on this side, so I'd have to do it on this one anyway. So yeah, this has forging potential, but I'm not going to be able to do anything with it. I guess we could, oh well, I guess we can try to tier 5 these out for now, unless I come across a better item. We could try to tier 5 these out for now, and then I can pull something else off that has void on it. But pretty much everything else I have is either 0 forging potential or, you know, doesn't really have what I need on it. It's like 0 forging, 0 forging. This one has 0, 0, 0. Yeah, everything I have is like 0 forging potential, so I don't know. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
What did she have here? She had an outcast coat. I have an exile coat. 23. Yeah, we gotta wait for nice, bigger stuff. So, yeah. Alright, moving on. Let's find another... So we got a bunch of affixes out of that. There's a bunch of glyphs over here. I'm trying to get as much crafting material as I can. I'm not really sure about these keys. Don't know how much I want to... I don't know how much time and effort I want to spend on that. I also didn't check to see if the storyline thing was available. I need to remember to check that when we're done with this one here. The thing I like about this game versus, say, Path of Exile is that the maps are generally a fair bit faster. So you feel like you're getting a lot more done because you finish a map, then you move on to another one. And you finish a map, and you move on to another one. You finish a map, and you move on to another one. We just leveled up. So we need to destroy both Venom Spires. Let me grab that. I've been adjusting my passives to try to focus a little bit more on defense and a little bit less on attack, because while it's nice to be able to burn everything down, it really sucks to get one-shot by something. So we need to do a little bit more in the way of buffing our character's ability to survive things. I really don't want to continually have these one-shot deaths that have been happening lately. What do we have to do? Defeat the Spire Guardian. Oh, okay, here it is. Wasn't sure which one he was. Right, so we'll just try to burn him down then. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. I don't know why I was doing that. That was stupid. Man, this guy's tough.
Easy. Too easy.
Alright, we'll just burn that down. Grab all the rest of the stuff here. Clear out the mobs, hopefully. And then I can take a second and figure out what I want to do for our level up. Okay, so like I said, I've been really focusing on defensive things. I kind of want to come back to the main rogue tree and start grabbing some dexterity and health here. But I think what I'm trying to do right now is these defensive nodes right here are pretty nice because the glancing blow basically makes it so that you have a high chance of making it so you only take 35% damage, or 35% less damage. So you're basically taking, what, 65%? So, you know, some damage mitigation is pretty nice. So, yeah, that would be pretty sweet. And then I think once I max these out, I kind of want to come back and do either maybe some health, or maybe start maxing out. Like, this gives me dexterity and health. So 4 per point versus 5 per point. I think doing this right here would give me the best bang for my buck, because I'll get some dexterity, which will increase my dodge rating, and I'll get probably another 40 or 8 times 5 is 40, another 40, well, a total of 40 health out of this node. It'll be 35. But yeah, I'm just, as much as I would love to be able to just like max out my damage, I don't feel like that's something that's feasible to do. And I don't think the Falcon... Ooh, health? I get a lot more health per point out of that one. And my dodge rating goes up. What is it? Dexterity gives us dodge rating... each point adds dodge rating and improves skills that rely. So the dexterity will help with the dodge rating. Oh, hold on. I have another couple of level ups here to do. So I think I went over this way to get maximum area spent, and then I think I'm heading over here to these two trees, these two guys over there. And then we also have Smoke Bomb, which I have been leveling up. I don't remember what I was working on. Smoke Cloud covers a larger area. Frailty. Oh, I'm waiting to get this. I'm waiting for this one to get 2 because I think I am going to go ahead and grab this one where it leaps to the target location, because it'll make it so that I can be far away, leap to something, hit a smoke cloud, and then immediately start like bashing the crap out of it. But I don't want to do this one because I don't want to backflip out of the cloud. Like, that would be annoying. So yeah, we're just going to leave that. All right. So yeah, now our thing there is pretty cool. And then we still have one passive point that I need to spend. So I think, I don't know, chance to gain... This is just going to... We have additional health. Yeah, I'm just going to max this out because we're getting health out of it. And then we'll probably head back over here and maybe do... I don't know, I'm tempted to do this one here because we could potentially get another 80 hit points out of this and another 8 times 40 dodge rating, which would be pretty sweet. Because this would be the most effective. I don't know. It's hard to know what to do. I'm not a super build crafter or anything, so I'm just kind of trying to figure it out. I could follow a build, I could find a build, but there's nobody that's doing just a straight up blade dancer the way I want to do it. I haven't found a build that's doing something similar to the way I'm setting my build up here. So I'm just kind of trying to figure it out and see what works. We'll continue to play with it and see if we can make things work the way we want it. All you can do is just experiment and try. I'm pretty sure that's the... I'm not really doing much of the Weaver stuff right now because the problem with those is that a lot of times when you go in there, that's where I come across those one-shot situations where the boss hits me with something I wasn't expecting, or I wasn't ready, or I'm just like not super paying attention. And then because you die in the little Weaver area, that causes you to also fail the Echo that you're in. So I really just prefer not to deal with it. Burn this guy down real quick. Oh, come on, let me move. You're wondering why I continually, or I'm regularly dropping the Shadow Cascade is because I have a lot of poison stuff on that, so that's my primary, like, get poison on him kind of thing. I don't think my main ability has poison on it. I don't think I did. I don't remember doing anything with it. Alright, yeah, so we finished this one. We can move on. I also like that we just immediately transport out of there and, like, it's not a whole process of having to wait for the load screen and all that. Super nice. Melee damage and attack speed, but a lower attack rate. So 35, 25, 29, 27. So that's not any better. Let's see. Well, I don't know. The problem is that it's got forging potential on it, and honestly, these two right here are pretty good options. But because it's a weapon, I don't really see... What's the level on it? 55 versus 65 and 70. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to waste my time on a lower level. I don't want to waste materials on that. Oh. Well, we're definitely going to take this. Can you craft purple boots? Oh, okay. So what we're going to do then is, since we got the crazy movement speed, I don't really care about attunement. Physical resistance would be nice, but I would really like to just boost our health. Okay, and then we'll... Physical resistance is something I've been low on for the most part. And then, since this is level 1, I think we might try to just despair this. See if we can put it down here and find something better to put there. Okay. I could put dexterity. Or vitality. Because vitality gives you... Vitality gives you health, right? Each point of vitality gets 6 health and 1% poison and necrotic resistance. Or I could add dodge rating. I think at this point... I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, because it's always better to just not take damage in the first place, but then when you get hit, you want to have the hit points to deal with it. So... what is this doing as far as our health right now? I mean, it's not really adding that much health. Hold on. What am I... Yeah, these are the ones. So we've maxed out our health. We're not really going to get anything else out of that. We'll get what? If I could... It said 6 health per thing. Or I could do dexterity. I don't know what to do! I don't know what to do. Dexterity gives me 4 dodge rating, so I could potentially get 5. What T5 would be 5 dexterity, I would imagine. So 20 dodge rating versus 6 times 5 plus another 30 health. I think I'm gonna go with the vitality. I don't know if that's a mistake, though. I don't know if it's a mistake. And we don't have a lot of foraging potential, so... screw it. Ugh. That sucked. Okay, we didn't even break 1100 health. That's disappointing. Alright, well, unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So we got this increased damage over time and necrotic resistance. Let's see. This one would give us some health. We'd lose some physical resistance from necrotic damage. We'd lose some physical damage. But we'd get... I don't know, I'm thinking we might need to do this one. So... This has elemental resistance, but it's a tier 3. I'm probably going to end up wasting a bunch of potential trying to seal that. What do we have available over here? I mean, I guess we could add some physical damage. That'll make up for the physical damage we'll lose off of this one. Oops. God, why did I do that? Okay, we got really lucky and didn't really lose any forging potential doing that. So we got 60% increased physical damage. What do we want to put here? I guess poison damage. Alright, well. So we've got 3852, 31, so that's definitely an upgrade. I can live with that. We can do that. Okay, so we upgraded our boots and our thing there. I'm going to buy as many of these as I can, and then we're just going to try to get some stuff back by shattering these. So we will do that, and we will do... Wait, what? Okay, I'm not sure what just happened. Oh, I didn't realize that was unique. Shatter, we will do that, and we will do that, and we will do that. Try to get some stuff back out of that. And then these guys will go there, and we're ready to go for one more. I think we'll do one more of these on camera, and then that'll be it for today. So, yeah, some rare rings might be pretty nice if we can get it done. But we do need to go to the Wingardium Battleground. Let's do this, and then we'll do one more map, and then that'll be it for the day. These don't generally take that long. Assuming you don't, just die a lot. Solarum Greaves and a Scythe. Very nice. I love that I increased the area of effect of this ability, because now I can get my melee in a pretty wide area, and that allows me to clear out packs a little bit faster. There is an option on here that can make it so that your this ability only does ranged, but then you lose a bunch of damage because you lose all the melee part of the ability. It buffs up your range, but it doesn't buff it up. But it does not buff it up enough to compensate for the loss of the melee. Okay, I don't know what just happened there. Unfortunately, the servers are just really struggling with the amount of players that are on, and there's just some serious problems. I don't really have too many that's the only thing about, like, Path of Exile, they have some pretty solid servers. I almost never have any issues. It's definitely not my internet connection that's causing the problem. Because when I play other games, I never have any kind of server connection issues or anything like that, but I get disconnected from this game on a semi-regular basis, so they really need to go through and beef up their servers. Because it's a problem. It is a noticeable problem. I forgot about that in my review. I should have mentioned it, but I just forgot to write it. I forgot to write that down. Outcast Hat. Sweet. What is this one? Bow, throwing, physical damage while dual wielding, and health regeneration. That could be interesting. I'll probably sit down and see if there's any crafting options for that that'll allow me to swap to that. Because anything that gives me significant dual... Okay. I'm a little confused. Some of these guys are not enemies, I guess. I don't know. It's a little bit confusing. So find the Blood Pact Wingari War Camp. Unlocks the level 75 timeline. I'm not sure. Yeah, some of these guys are not enemies, I guess. I don't know. Defend the chieftain. Frostbands are weak. We could use your help against the foul undead. Yes, we will join the Blood Pact. Why not? And we can leave. All right, cool. So yeah, we could do another one, but this is the gameplay loop, and I'll keep bringing you guys back in as progress continues. So thank you very much for watching. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks, or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with that thanks button. I also have PayPal and Patreon links in the description for those of you who prefer to go that route. So again, thanks for watching. Be sure to come back for the next episode, and I'll see you then.